This looks like a place that you'd see in Dark Souls. Except it'd be darker in Dark Souls. But it honestly looks kind of like that. After having played Dark Souls 1 and 2 on this channel. This gives me that impression.
Are we in the right place?
Is this place destroyed?
This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah.
So it happens to a Spirit Halloween after Halloween is over.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Defeat an evil
Really?
king with a torch?
First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew
an
it on the
impressive torch.
gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened.
You sure we just didn't make it to a Spirit Halloween outside of the spooky city?
Is there truly no one here?
Owl around here, somewhere. Let's see the thing.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
That it's a Spirit Halloween outside of the spooky
That story
season.
you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
That's how he was defeated with
Yeah,
a torch. He
that's
was
right.
burnt to death
Then there might be some truth to that old
with
story
a holy
after all.
flame.
It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened.
Looks like the stream is having some issues right now. It's showing red, but it looks just fine, I think. I don't know. Let's just see the next support conversation. It looks fine now. Now it's in the green again.
You forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that
It doesn't
myself,
have a cape with this current
but
outfit.
it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn
First,
how
you
to
need
dress
to choose a main and smash
put on
ultimate.
shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
What?
Did I
What?
say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react
It's not
first.
that big a deal,
Then
I don't
consider
think.
if it's worth asking at all.
If I had a buddy owl and someone asked if when he's literally losing feathers anyway, could I have him? I'd be like, hey, sure, go ahead. Also, hello, Rexus. How are you doing today? But glad to hear that the stream is good on your end there, Guzma. Yeah, the way that it shows like the character interactions, it does help make the whole squad believable, unlike a lot of games that just kind of throw characters together and are like, trust us, they're totally besties now. Oh, I should switch to this layout here is what I should do. So it wants me to go that other way, so maybe I'll go explore this way later, and I'll go this way first or something, I guess? Is maybe what I'll do.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills?
Windmills.
They're huge.
They're
They
most
are huge
likely
windmills.
used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Maybe some chonkin windmills. Anyway, if I'm gonna actually finally be able to finish up my story from before. So I went to my Taekwondo school to inquire about like classes that I could potentially go into. Like I want to get back into training soon because it'd been a while, I'm out of shape, and it'd be nice to have an outlet and maybe get my life back on track. But you know, I'm still also a little bit confused schedule-wise right now, and you know, getting things figured out. Things are pretty alrighty here. I've just finished up a software engineering assignment today and was just telling the story of hopefully getting back into Taekwondo training. So I was there, and gosh darn it, I knew I wouldn't be able to talk for long.
Right there. Don't move.
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you?
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Astral point added. Nice. Anyway, so I went to my Taekwondo school to inquire about, like, hey, could I maybe get back into training here at some point? My schedule's still looking pretty crazy, so maybe I'd start, like, sometime next month. After a few weeks still of, like, fixing things and sorting stuff out, and the stuff is still crazy, so I was talking with my, with the head instructor of the school for a little while there, and, like, catching up talking about, like, how things have been lately, what life was going like, and all that. All that fun stuff. And talked about returning to training. And what he told me was, you know, you're one of our longest students here, so, you know, while everything's the way that it is, anytime you feel like training, just put on your uniform and just show up on, like, any of the days that, you know, that there is adult classes. And, you know, you don't have to worry about payment for right now. Like, just, don't have to worry about payment or, like, getting a schedule or anything with that here. But just on any of the adult class days that there's training going on, if you feel like training, just put on your uniform and show up. And then, you know, once you feel more confident about things and, you know, are ready to, like, sort out a schedule and actually, like, commit to something, like, for real, essentially, then we can talk and figure something out. So that was really nice of him to say. So it seems like maybe even this coming week I might potentially be getting back to training again. And we'll see how that goes.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
I'm gonna make my prediction right now.
Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
He's gonna be a bad guy himself.
Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So even though the Lord here is defeated, we're probably
you're
gonna have
the
to
one who
defeat
took
him
down the
too
Lord
because
of this
he's
realm, huh?
a jerk.
How'd you pull that off?
That's my prediction.
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. Well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that
Yeah, maybe
lodge.
you could learn a thing or two
Figure out
about
what
that
next move
Rinwell.
is there.
Racist kid.
Do you sense one of your
So,
friends who...
well then, that was something. Like I was saying in the thingamabob there.
Someone in trouble
Um,
here.
I have a prediction
See what they
that
have to
that
say.
Dudo is gonna be like the real bad guy here, like one of those Dudos that essentially tries to be like the hero and like liberate and freaking take out the bad dudes and all that kind of stuff, but becomes the villain in the process and greedy with power and, you know, starts treating their enemy this like the same way / worse than the enemy treated them and so on and so forth, like one of those kinds of situations.
We can't chase after
Like-
every little thing.
And if you become that kind of person that seeks revenge against your enemies and, you know, to inflict the same kind of thing on them and make their lives miserable, then they're gonna want revenge on you, and then it's gonna be like a never-ending cycle unless you break the cycle somewhere. So I feel like we're gonna have to freaking take this guy out. That's my prediction, at least. That's at least my prediction, but what do I know? Oh, why does everybody have to be such cowards? If we don't get this taken care of, things are never going to change. What's got you down, friend? Zoogles, that's what. Pretty common variety of them, to be more specific. Rumors say it was the Lord's favorite kind of Zoogle, so people are afraid to go anywhere near them.
What the?
Dang it, why does an A press sometimes do 2 inputs? This is like the 3rd or 4th time that's happened. Hold on, pal, I don't want you to just exterminate them. We could bring back any usable materials from them, that'd be great too. You want us to achieve Zoogle parts? For what? Are you building something? Not building, studying. If I can demonstrate that even fearsome, dangerous Zoogles can be used to make handy tools, that'll motivate people to hunt them more. We can't always expect folks like you to come along and solve all our problems for us, after all. So you're trying to be more self-sufficient. That's very commendable of you.
Hey,
Actually, about those materials... Oh, I guess I already have them. About those materials you're looking for. This isn't what you're talking about, is it? Oh yeah, it is, totally. Could I convince you to share what you have with me? And over 3 demi-human muscle? There you go. Yeah, go ahead and help yourself. I'd rather it go to someone who can use it than keep it weighing us down. Great, you're one generous bunch of people, you know that. Now, to see what I can turn all of this into. I'm sure I'll be able to make something useful. Thank you so much. City renewal. Sweet! Got a roasted chicken recipe with that. Never had that problem on PS4. It could just be a remote thing. With my weird freaking remote I ordered here that's supposed to be wireless but only works wired. It's... Maybe I just got a shoddy controller. I mean, I haven't had this issue in like any other game, so maybe there's just something weird about like
so he could have a
the window
rooster
where it
rule.
registers inputs. I don't know.
Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
Huh. Also, there's another thing.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
And there's another one.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Loquaciousness.
Don't apologize.
That's a word I've never heard
It's
before.
interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of
Graciousness.
our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Hopefully the audio isn't undergoing any issues if it's pausing and stuff. I hope it isn't. Could well be, but hopefully not. Another quest over there. Where's the inn? Ah, this is just freaking right here is what it is. But yeah, it's a lot of conversations there. It seems like this game is probably really, really good for playing casually and, you know, enjoying on one's own. But as a stream game, it's maybe not the best considering, you know, the whole point of streaming is to get, you know, that content creator's unique perspective on the game and their own unique commentary and all that stuff. I don't really have a whole lot of time to do that with this game. So, there's that. Yeah, good old audio issues. Dolan game fancy outfits him well, sees the Lord in a tuxedo. He looks nice in his tuxedo. Sure wish there was more to go around.
Oh, yeah?
What are you talking about? Our rations, we're always running short on them. It's never enough to be comfortable. Could really do with some rice, potatoes, beef, and some spices in particular. We have what you need.
How's this?
If that's what you need, we've got some right here. Is this enough? Oh, you're so generous, thank you. Yes, that helped a lot. I don't have much to offer in return, but I'll teach you my family's secret recipe if you like. We got curry recipe. Curry, I don't know how that's pronounced, roux, made from various spices poured on top of rice. The strong, spicy aroma and flavor make the rice feel that much more filling to eat.
Great.
Nice. Oh, this sounds delicious. Yeah, I can't wait to try it out. Doesn't look all that hard to fix either.
Hey.
Yeah, Kisara, if it's really that simple, when you teach me how to cook it. Wow, you're actually interested in making food now, not just eating it. What does it matter to you? I'd just like to put a certain someone in his place for complaining about my cooking earlier.
Good.
Well, I'd love to teach you, but my training isn't going to be easy. Think you're ready?
Really?
It's that serious? Sure, I guess. Hit me with what you've got. Promise me you won't tell anyone else I asked about this, okay? My lips are sealed, but in return, you have to call me Captain while we're training. Deal?
What?
What? Okay, Captain. We're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain. Yes, Chef! Oh my goodness.
All right.
What? This side quest has like a whole dedicated thing. Now, we can begin your training.
Right.
I see you have some freshly caught fish there. Perfect. We'll use that as well.
Really?
What? But the recipe doesn't call for fish.
What?
Are you trying to talk back to your superior? No, ma'am. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Huh?
What? Oh, okay, it's just that. Zara's initiation. What? This is a new quest with this? Sure, give display priority to it. Sure. What?
All right.
What? Is this side quest just gonna be like a whole set of stuff here? What? Yeah, I was just about to say, you call yourself a chef, take your jacket and fuck off. The chicken is raw. Have any of you ever seen like the edits that people have made over like Jurassic Park where they edit out like all of the dinosaur roars and they replace it with Gordon Ramsay going raw? It's raw. Good, it looks like we have everything we need. Now we dive into the culinary trenches.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
Over there.
Is that how you hold a knife? What are you trying to do, private dance with it?
Huh?
No, of course. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Pay attention. Turn up that fire. Boil that water. You don't have time to let your eyes wander. Yes, Captain. Alrighty. It's all finished. So it is. Its flavor and presentation get a passing grade. You've got promise, but there's still room for improvement. You'll have to keep training every day. Do I make myself clear?
All right.
Yes, Captain. Guess I've got a long way to go before my food is perfect, but I'll show him. One day my food will taste so good it'll knock his armor off. Well, there's Kisara's initiation. Okay, then. Well,
By the
then.
way, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking.
That was quick.
Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
It seems like Kisara has like a very, very strong understanding of respect, though. And I kind of like that. You must search for the video. It's good. It's golden, that one Gordon Ramsay thing. There was a meme that I sent to freaking Guzma the other day when we were talking about cooking. And it was Gordon Ramsay asking, these ice cubes, are they fresh or frozen? And the guy's like, frozen. The ice cubes are frozen, chef. And Gordon Ramsay's like, Jesus fucking Christ. I just started like coughing it up. Some quests though have major stuff and have completely new areas that are really stunning, have unique bosses, so highly encourage doing that. We're doing a lot of side quests along the way. Are you the Blazing Sword of Caligula? You're welcome to stay here if you like, but just don't cause any trouble while you're here, understand? Okay,
That
yeah,
Deadeye
there we
creep
go.
certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell.
Maybe we
I'm
won't
just
even
being
have to take out the
overconfident,
Lord.
but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that lord is still running around out there.
I don't think this
We
realm
need
is
to
going to
act.
be truly safe as long
Fine
as
by
that
me.
one Dudo is in
Isn't
power
Deadeye
over the
just gonna
rebels.
take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For
He's
now,
probably going to
we'll
try
head
and
to this
enslave
Estes River
Renans, I
forest
imagine.
Bayfon told us about.
Ones that you can
Whatever
capture,
we decide
if I
to
had
do,
to
though,
guess.
we should
That's
take
my
some time to
estimation right
rest
now.
First. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
That's my guess.